With buckets on our heads. Hey, there. This project has turned into quite a project, and like everything, is going to take just a little bit longer than I had hoped for. I feel bad though. I made a commitment, and I want to live up to that. So we're gonna. The first step is go to the internet. Next step is to go to Google.com. At Google, you want to search for Blogger, Blogger, and then click on the top one, sign in, Blogger, create your free blog. You can see my mouse right here. And you have an email. I would encourage you to go ahead and use your Gmail uh, email, your Google email. So I have a Gmail account, um, Dan Moskal, and then I'm going to go ahead and just type it in at gmail.com. You don't have to do that. You can just do Dan Moskal. You don't have to put the gmail.com. And then sign in. Now, yours isn't going to have these two on here, but on your screen, go over here and click on New Blog. It's right here on the left-hand side of the screen underneath Dan Moskal. See my mouse? Click on that. Title. Joe, I'm just going to use you for example. Joe, video, how to build a website. And down here an address. Don't pay much attention to this right now. We're going to add a custom domain later. Things have actually changed a little bit. I'm not going to get into it because it's not really important and I'm going to figure it out. Just don't worry about it. But for this, we're going to do, I would encourage you to do the title, Joe Video, how to build a website. Make sure that you have this all lowercase and no spaces with the address. This blog address is available. If it's not available, choose a different blog address. Down here in the template, you can choose between simple, dynamic, picture window. We're going to look at this in more detail in just a second. I am going to choose simple. I would encourage you to choose simple for the time being. Go down here to the orange button and click Create Blog where my mouse is. Click. Creating blog. Creating a blog. Joe Video, how to build a website was created successfully. Look, here we have it. Joe Video, how to build a website. You can click on this orange button. I wonder what this view, what it looks like right now. Boom. Joe Video, how to build a website. So, Joe Video, how to build a website. Your blog has been created. Click on Start Posting or click on the orange button. Start posting. Now the post title, that's like the title of the page. So for example, let's say this is the video we are making to show Joe how to build a website. And then that's the title. And then down here, this looks very similar to Microsoft Word, you know, the fonts, the size, normal bold, italic, underline. This will change the font color. This will insert images, like you can upload an image from your computer, like me and Beckett, or Beckett and I. I would recommend saving any pictures or uploading them as JPEGs. This is just like putting a picture on your Facebook profile, and then click Add Selected. Boom, there's a picture of me and the little guy. Here's another cool thing, insert a video. You can even search YouTube from here. You can upload one if you want, but search YouTube. I'm going to do Dan Moskal, and I'm going to put the best man speech in. Select. Boom. That was from Ben and Casey's wedding, my brother and sis-in-law. So over here we have publish. That's going to actually publish it and make it a page. You can save it if you don't want to publish it, or you can preview. We're going to preview. There's the picture and there's the video. Usually there we go. But you can't you can't press play from the preview page. Don't worry about that. Just you'll be able to play it once you publish it. Don't worry about the labels. I don't really use this. It's similar to tags, they call it. Uh, I've spent 10 years. I still don't really know what this means. Schedule, automatic will publish it right now. You can set a future date and time. Like let's say I wanted to publish this next week when I plan on sharing the book. Then I could go down here and click set date, and July 10th. We can change the time if we want, but I want to publish it now, so I'm going to do automatic. Done. Permalink, don't worry about this, just leave it as automatic. Location, I don't put that in. Options, I don't mess with this. Everything should be fine. I'll kind of look at this in more detail, but the defaults should be fine, dude. Google's smart. Blogger is part of Google, like I was telling you. So let's click publish, and Joe just published something. Here, if you're not really sure what to write, just you can write something about me, or feel free to just write, hey. Here, we're gonna put this down at the bottom. Feel free to write, this is the birth date of the website, July 2nd at like this time, 2:24 a.m. I literally made a 30 long minute video, but man, this is much more efficient even though I'm talking a lot. So, orange button, click publish. Boom. You got a website and web page. And if you want, I would recommend that you do this. I'm not going to because I literally did it in the other video that I made 30 minutes ago, or made at 1 o'clock rather. But if you want, you could say, hey, check out the new website, or new article, or new post, or you can just click cancel and not worry about it. Whatever you want to do. Click view. And if you're just making a page and you don't want the page, look, you can just click delete. Or you could share it, or you can edit it. But just make a page, man. If you want, just delete it in a minute. But just make a page. It'll help. Trust me. So there's a couple things. Now you've got a website right now. There's a couple things. The domain, Joe Video How to Build Website. And this is the same thing as the address that we picked before, .blogspot.com. This is the year 2013, 07. That's the month, July. The video we are making to show Joe how .html. You had mentioned HTML before, but with Blogger it's cool. You don't have to do any HTML. We didn't have to do anything with HTML. All we did was work within something that looks similar, at least to Microsoft Word. No harder to put a picture or an image or text into that Microsoft Word than it is to put it in where we were just at. Right here, I mean, it looks very similar. It's pretty easy to use. So, we have one page on our website. We don't even have a page. This is a post, and I'll talk more about that in the future. So we're going to change this domain. Things changed. I mentioned before they were working with GoDaddy. Go back over here and hit my blogs if you want, and then go back to Joe Video How to Build a Website, your blog, or whichever one you just created. And if you look down here, you can look around at this stuff. Feel free, obviously, play around. But look down here in the Blogger guide. It's on the right side. You see my mouse. Customize your blogs template. That's going to change the design of your website, and I'm going to walk you through that here in this video. Share your blog to Google+. That was what we were just talking about. Make money with your blog. We'll talk about that here in the future, but that's AdSense. I mentioned it on the phone. Set up your custom domain. That was with GoDaddy, and I would be shocked if Google doesn't figure this out. It looks like things just changed literally, because I just made a website probably a week or two ago and used GoDaddy. I believe it was with GoDaddy, but used it so you could buy a custom domain through Blogger right here. They made it really easy, so I think they'll probably make it again easy again in the future. And as you look at this, it might even be set up like this already, but it was super simple. Anyways, I'm gonna have to figure that out here. I hope to send you the video, because I don't think it's gonna take me too long to figure it out. And this will make it even easier to change this website over to a uber geek super professional WordPress blog, but you don't need it. I mean, I've got the Blogger, and I'm going to keep the Blogger, and there's no real extra expense at all. This is much cheaper than buying web hosting. So let's go back to your website and let's make it look a little bit better the way you want to. Don't worry about this bar up here. I'm going to take all this stuff down, or show you how to in the next video and in the book. But let's change this and just make it look a little bit better, make it look a little bit more to what you like. So let's go back to my blogs. Let's go into your blog, Joe Video, How to Build a Website. That's the title. Now we have overview over here on the left. Those are your posts, so if you want to see a list of the posts you made. Pages, pages and posts, the difference, I'm still not really sure. I would suggest that you use posts. That's what I do. Maybe make a privacy page if you want or something. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Comments, if you want, you can, comments will show up in here. Feel free to put a comment on Joe Video, How to Build a Website.blogspot.com down here. Put Joe's comment. Example. Let's see what happens here, Joe. Publish. Well, it shows up with me, but I'm sure you could put Joe's comment example or Joe's comment if you want to see it. So just, play around. A lot of this stuff you're just going to play around with, and I can go in here and delete. Here, let's refresh it. I bet my comment will show up. Yeah, Joe's comment example. So I could go click that and delete, or I can mark it as spam, remove content. I'm going to just leave it as is for now. I might delete it here in the future, but I want you to see it. So Google Plus, play around, look at this stuff if you would like. I will talk a little bit more about it in the future, but this is really just kind of 101, and I want to get this video over to you tonight. I'll talk more about this stuff. Earnings, this is where you're going to sign up for AdSense. Here's a video. I don't know if it's like copyrighted, so I don't know if I should have even hit play, because I'm going to upload this to YouTube, I believe, and I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, so I don't know how they are. But you're going to sign up for AdSense. Check out this video. It's 1.5 minutes. Check it out. You don't even have to sign up for AdSense, but check out the video. They make it really easy. So this is a layout of your website. We're going to come back to that. Right now, we're going to go into the template. We have two options: customize, edit HTML. Don't mess with the HTML yet. I'm going to show you that in the future. Your girlfriend is really familiar with that, but there's only a couple little things you need to do, and it's literally just some copying and pasting, and that'll be in the next video, hopefully tonight. But I just want to get this. Customize. This is what your blog looks like. You can see some previews. Let's change it over to dynamic. So this is what your website, or the website that we just made, would look like if we changed it to dynamic. Dynamic's, maybe I don't really understand what dynamic actually is or how that really works, but here's another one. And keep in mind, you can change all this stuff. I mean, this is just something to start with. It's like the blueprint of your website. So I like the simple one. I don't like it exactly the way it looks right now. So I kind of like the blue background. We're gonna keep it just simple. No, actually I want to show you. So Joe Video, How to Build a Website. We're gonna do the blue background. We like this. So let's click here, apply to blog. Now, right here next to it where my mouse is, still, that's where in the right over here, click view blog. Joe Video, How to Build a Website. You see how it changed? It just looked like that, That's all we did to change it. And like I said, we're going to remove this stuff. Don't stress it. We're going to put it on the right. We're going to move from Joe Video How to Build a Website.blogspot.com to a real custom domain. Here we've got, we just changed the template. The next thing is background image. Let's say you want to do an image. Here, just look. You can change it, and it's going to give you a preview, which is kind of neat. So you can do whatever you want, really. I almost like that blue kind of better. We're going to just click done for the time being. And if you want to remove the image, none. Looked better with the image. Oh, you can also click down here and see some other ones. You might be able to upload your own image. Pretty sure you can. Yeah, here we go, upload image. Let's do Beckett and me. Oh, you know what? See, you can upload a JPEG, GIF, blah blah blah, up to 300K in size. Oh, well, I guess that's big enough. For a full background, use images 1800 by 1600 or greater. If you need help adjusting the size on an image, I can show you, but it's not any problem. It's pretty easy. Go down and just click done. Boom! We got the little guy on there. Although we don't have his face. His face is getting blocked out. That's no good. Oh, cool. So look here. We can remove the image if we want, or we can go to alignment. Boom. Now we got the little guy over here. Alignment. Boom. Now we got the little guy over there. That's probably the best looking one. I don't want him down at the bottom. Boom. Boom. Play around. See what you like. You can always change it. I mean, always. So don't stress it. And the fact is, you're going to probably want to change it regardless. You know, in a week, you're just going to want to play around or get bored one day, and you're going to be like, let's just, or have a couple drinks one night, and you know, let's play around. If you want to change the colors, see. If you don't have a background image, just play around, see what you like best. I think we're gonna keep that one. And if you want, you can even just pick your own color, you know. See what that looks like. Am I missing something? I don't see it changing colors. There we go. Alright, so purple, red, blue-ish. You know, you can play around all day. I would recommend not getting stuck on the details, because you just gotta play around, have fun. But pick something and go with it, because you don't want to spend all day doing something that you're going to change again here in a week. Over here on the orange button, click apply to blog. Template applied. Now let's click view blog again. Boom, it's changed. We got the little guy. So this is what we started as. This is the next one with the blue, and this is what we've got already changed. Looks a lot better already, don't you think? Ah! That's no good down there. Let's see if we can fix that real quick. Oh, the picture's not big enough. So, you remember I said we need to put in, for a full background, use images 1800 by 1600 or greater. You know, let me just show you this real quick, dude. Sorry if you don't care about this, but I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. Adjust size. What do they say? 1800 by 1600. 1800 by 1600. Okay. Duplicate. I don't know if you've got a Mac, but this works just with Microsoft Paint too. You just have to adjust the size and stuff. And then save it. We're going to do Beckett background.jpg. And we're going to save it to the desktop. Click save. See, it popped up right there. Now we're going to go back to over here. We're going to hit browse. Beckett background.jpg. Open. Alright, well, Joey, we might not really mess around with this. Let's try it one more time. Just size, width. This image is 1800 by 1600 or greater. Oh, I think the image is fine, but I think it's just been saved as too big of a file. $61 KB. Alright, dude, I'm not gonna worry about this. I'm sorry, GA. You might have to mess around with some things. Here we go. That's not even gonna be big enough. We're gonna I think that 301 is gonna be just slightly too that might have something to do with it. And some of these things you're just gonna have to figure out. We're gonna try this. File, save. See what happens. We're already at 20 minutes, man. Alright. Forget about it. We're gonna just keep it as none. We're gonna change the color. We're gonna do a lighter. Well, maybe not. Jeez. You see what I mean? You can spend kind of all day with this stuff if you let it. We're going to just use the default. Apply to blog. So we went from that to... we'll figure that out hopefully here in the future. Or back to... this is what we're at now. So let's just view it. Make sure we remember where we are. Boom. Adjust the widths. And it's pretty easy. This is the sidebar down here. This is the whole website, entire blog. It says it up there, you know. See what things look like. It gives you a little preview. But this button apply to blog is what saves it. And you can obviously, the sidebar, do whatever you want. This will come in handy when we put some advertisements on the website. I'm going to go ahead and click reset to template default. I usually try and keep it about 960. I'll sometimes mess around with the sidebar a little bit. I just figure Google is smart enough that they're going to keep it at good defaults, and if you want, pull it up on your phone and see what it looks like, and feel free to kind of adjust with it and see what it looks like on your phone, see how that stuff correlates. I'm not sure just yet. And so we're going to reset to template default. We didn't click apply to blog, so it's as it was. Let's try the layout. So the layout, click some of these, just try them out. Click apply to blog. Now click view blog. Whoa, the website looks a whole lot different now. Go back over here to body layout. And you can move some of these. I'll mess around with that here in the future. Let's click apply to blog. Let's refresh it. Boom, there we got some. That would be good spots for advertisements. Or right here you can put the navigation stuff that was over here. Play around with stuff. Don't worry if you... Oh, here it is, the About Me. I wouldn't stress anything out if you can't really break anything. Blog archive. If you lose something, don't worry, you can always get it back. Make things pretty easy. Usually. And when it's not 2:43 in the morning. So we are going to just click back to Blogger. We're going to leave it. I'm going to go back in it because I'm not sure what we did or where we need to change. So right now we've got it looking like that. I'm going to change it back to the way it was. And one way is just to change... Nope. Customize layout. Alright, so for some reason the blog archive's down there. I'm going to mess around with it in the future, but I just want you to see some of this. Maybe don't mess around with the layout thing just yet until you see the next video. Page text. Page text is this right here. See how it's changing? And look at it. Just play around with this stuff on your website. You can change the size of it. 36. This is a birth date. Posted by Dan Moskal. Text color. You can make it red, green, or blue, or just see what it looks like. And most of it looks like everything except for the layout. You can just clear advanced changes to page text and it'll take it back to the default. Play around, do whatever you think works. I have some websites at 12 font, others at 14, and I read somewhere that 16 is supposed to be the new thing, but I don't know. Do whatever you feel like's best. I'll probably keep mine at 12. Here's backgrounds, outer background. I like that better. Main background. I prefer that as white. You can do whatever you want though. I like white. Header background. I'm gonna leave it as white. And if you want, you can clear advanced changes. I'm gonna change this back over to the grayish. Kind of like that, however it was before. There we go, just a little bit lighter. I don't know, look at other websites, see what you like, and pick whatever you want, because you can always change it. We're going to click apply to blog. And we're going to click view blog. See, it's different. This is what it was. Now it's a little bit different. And we changed the format. That's got the two sidebars. Now we just got the one over here. Links. Link color. That's like that. So let's, boom. Maybe we want to keep it that way. Visited color. That's just once you actually go to it, it'll change to a different color. Hover color. I would click clear. Do whatever you want. You can change it. Blog title. See this stuff? I mean, it's just gonna have to play around with things and see what you like. You can change the size, change the font. I mean, the options are endless. We're at about 30 minutes, Joey, and as much as I just want to play around on here because it's fun. Ah, that's kind of neat. I like the handwriting fonts even, though they might not there's just millions of options with this stuff. Sometimes, just pick something, try to limit the time because you can literally spend all day on this stuff. I've done it. Blog description. We're going to talk about this here in the future, but this is, Joe Video How to Build a Website. Examples showing Joey, my, friend of 22 years, how to build a website with Blogger and pay $10 instead of $100. Not learn all the extra WordPress nonsense that you don't need to know, especially if you're just starting on online marketing. It's not something I'm going to tell Jesse to learn, at least not yet, not until you spend some time just, it's everything, man. It's just getting some experience, and this just makes things so much easier. I'm a big fan of Google and this Blogger. See, I'm not even sure what this is changing. Some things you're going to have to kind of figure it out and look and change it and try it, and most of them you can click this little clear advanced changes and it'll just take it back to the default. Tabs background, post title. That's cool when they'll bring up the little red thing to change it. It doesn't look like we can change the color on this, at least from here for some reason. I bet your girlfriend can probably knows some HTML that would change the color, and if she doesn't, I will find out, or you can always try a different template, but it's not a big deal either way. Post footer, I'm going to actually change this, clear advanced changes. Post footer, it's down here in the red. Gadgets. See. Images. I don't really mess around with a lot of this stuff. Play around, just don't spend, write some more pages before you go too crazy. This is something you can do to make things like extra super pro. I don't even do anything here, to be honest. So, and I'm not sure if you saw that, but down here at the footer, for some reason, alright, whoops, we gotta save it, apply to blog, we're gonna use that, and I think we're gonna try and bring that back, put that, show you just couple more things. Back to Blogger. Alright, in the future we're going to do edit HTML, but don't worry about that right now, please. Layout. This is also what we're looking at, what we were just looking at. So I had mentioned the blog archive. It went from being right here to right now the blog archive is down here. About me, Dan Moskal, view my complete profile. So I want to put the blog archive back here, and I want to put the about me at the top, and I'm going to click save arrangement. You can also preview it if you want, but save arrangement, view blog. Boom, we got it back the way we wanted it. Now also check this out. See where it says favicon? Let's click edit. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make a little favicon for it. But on your website, this right here is the favicon. You're in front of the computer, so pull up Dan Moskal University.com. See, it's very similar, but you see the favicon? I just did it as the U. But the favicon, you can change it. It's really simple, really easy. It's just a little thing. And I'll show you how you can put a email collection thing, how you can put the search stuff, about me, a Google badge, add to your circles, contact form. There's all sorts of stuff you can do. But right now, just get it up, play around with the colors, make some pages. We're going to save this, and we're going to view it. Now we're going to close all these ones just to clear things up. This is like 35 minutes, Joe, so I'm gonna send it over to you. Let me just show you something. Add gadget. +1 button. +1 button. What do you want it to look like? Click save. However you want it to look. We have it as +1 button right here. Click save arrangement. Click view blog. See, +1. It's kind of a stupid place or an odd place to put it, or maybe it's the best place to put it, I don't know. But if we just click on it and drag it down over here, and then click save arrangement, +1. +1. Some of the gadgets, I mean, these are the most popular on the front page. Play around with stuff. Google followers. You can change the size. I'm not going to bother putting it in right now. Google Plus badge. I don't know what the difference is between those. I don't do translate followed by email. I'm going to show you how to use another service, but throw this up for the time being. Maybe it might be worth using both of them. And if you don't like it there, you know, all this stuff, boom, you moved it down to the bottom. So Joe, there's a million things I want to show you, but don't get bogged down with any of the details. Popular posts, that might be a cool one you want to throw on. I'm not going to mess around with it right now because I'll play around with all these options for years. AdSense. This one we're going to talk about in the future, but essentially, here, let me just show you. Let's go ahead and click, see what happens. Okay, this isn't set up with a account yet. I'm going to show you that in a second, but to put an advertisement in, you literally just click add gadget, and then you click on AdSense, and it will stick an advertisement in for you, and you can make it, you know, choose the size, you can choose if you want it. Just to show you. Advertisement header. Save. We put it there, it's a header. We're going to also put in an advertisement sidebar just so you can see. Dude, if I'm overkilling it with the, or overdoing it with all these details, please tell me, because advertisement sidebar. I probably am going a little overboard, but I'd rather you know exactly how to do this stuff. And hopefully this isn't that big of a deal. Hopefully you're enjoying just seeing. See advertisement sidebar, advertisement header. You can also change and remove stuff from up here. Remove it! Remove it! Boom. So you can do things from different places. You know, just see what you want to do. You know, we just removed it from here. Let's go over here and make sure we refresh it, because that still had the text advertisements set on it before. Don't worry, you can't really mess anything up, and you can always start over. I mean, this just really makes things easy. Play around with it. Seriously, have fun. Oh, click here on the nav bar. Off. You can leave it on if you really want, but I really don't like that thing. Did you see how that changed? I just think it makes your website look amateur with the nav bar on. You know, it doesn't look exactly the same if you're not signed up. Feel free to pull it up in like a different browser on another computer and just look at it. I just don't like it. And that's part of the reason why I changed the little favicon. It doesn't take long. All you have to do is just edit. Off. Save arrangement. That looks 1,000 times better to me. But do what you want. That's the cool part. There's a few more things, dude. I gotta get this video over to you though, because it's 40 minutes and build some pages. Go find some YouTube videos and put them on your pages or something. Do anything you want. Real quick, Joe Video How to Build a Website. That's the title. Here's the description. This is under Settings, Basic. Hit Edit. Description. Description. Fill. Description. Fill. Anything you anything want here. Save changes. Refresh. Description. Fill anything you want here. So play around with this. You can also change like the colors and the size of this under the templates and stuff. And let me show you just a couple last. Now it's gone. Alright, so if you're really wanting to move forward with this, feel free. I'm going to go over this stuff here in the very near future. But everything's pretty much fine. I'm going to look into this right now, and I'm going to go over some of this stuff in more detail. But the blog address, before you could click Add a Custom Domain, and you could buy a domain name from here. Now, it looks like things have changed literally just recently. danmoskaleuniversity.com. It's maybe 2 weeks old, and I bought the domain from here. So I'm going to spend a couple minutes. I'll try and send the video over here in a few minutes because this is kind of something important. One of the first things I kind of do, but don't stress it because Blogger and Google are so great. They're going to take all your old pages and redirect them, which is basically just, it's like when you move physical locations. You know, you tell the phone book, hey, I don't live in New York anymore. I moved down to South Carolina. This is my new address. It's the exact same thing. You're just talking about websites instead of homes and addresses. So, you know, click around in some of this stuff, play with it if you want. If you got some questions, feel free. You know, honestly, I don't really mess around too much with this stuff. It's been a while. Oh, this is something that is kind of important though, at least to moving forward. So go back over here to Settings, and you are going to go down to Search Preferences, Settings, Search Preferences, Meta Tags, the description. So the two most important things when it comes to SEO, and in the first place SEO, free traffic starts, is what you title a page. The video we are making to show Joe how to build a website. So if we were titling this, we'd probably do video about how to build a website, a video for our friend Joe about how to build a website. But I'm going to talk more about this in the future, and I'm going to send you more even just in the book. Look at that. Actually, sorry, that's rough drafted. I have to kind of edit it. I'm going to see if I can get how far I can get along tonight. Dude, I want to get this stuff out as soon as possible, and I don't want to give you just like halfway to go or give you half the stuff. But click edit here. Just click yes. This is for your home page, I believe. Joe Video Website Example. Now let me show you where this is going to show up, because this is the meta description on your home page. In Google, if you search, you know, we're going to search anything, but the meta description is what shows up right here. We have Dan Moskal University. The meta description is Dan Moskal's blog about getting your business or Shark Tank idea online. If we copied that and then pasted that in here, hit save, that would show up. Does this make sense? That's going to show up right there. So I'm going to hit Z and do Joe's video website example, and just click save changes. So Joe's video website example is going to show up not under Dan Moskal University. Right now it's actually going to show up under Joe Video How to Build a Website.blogspot.com. And I want to just see something. I want to see if this has been indexed in Google yet. And I'll explain what that means in the future. No, so don't worry. It usually takes a day or two, but do anything you want, man. If you want, feel free to write about me or build a website. You can build a website obviously with a couple clicks, and then if you want to delete a website, well, delete a page, it's just delete, and you can delete a whole site very easily. I'll show you here, figure it out in the future. But what I think is probably more important to you, especially with moving forward, is the earnings. Sign up for AdSense. Select your Google account. You need to be at least 18 years old and have a verified Google account to sign into AdSense. That would be yes, proceed to Google account sign in. I have an AdSense account, so I could do that. But if you don't have an AdSense, like you don't, it's not going to take long at all. No, create a new Google account. But before you click on this, go up here, content to monetize, a website or other content compliant with our program policies. Seriously, if you don't want to read this program policies, don't work with Google, because just follow Google's rules. They're going to pay you. If you don't want to read it all right now, then take some time and use something else or do anything you want. I'll show you more in the book, but they are pretty strict and they are smart enough. Google's like omnipresent, similar to religions. Like Google knows all that everybody's doing on the website, in my opinion, and I got no problem with it. I'm all for it. Just kind of one of the big things is like encouraging people to click on your ads, or like calling your friends and telling them to click on your ads, or your family. You don't want them to do that, and Google's smart enough that they're going to figure it out. The content is another thing. We can talk more about it, and I'd like to talk to you if it's cool, because I'd like to put an interview with you in the book or something. But spend some time and just look at this stuff. I mean, terms and conditions, like just click around, look at some of this stuff. For the most part, as long as you're doing nothing that's like totally, I'm not even going to say anything. Read it all and act at your own, you're responsible for all your actions. Google wants to help you make money, because if you make money, Google makes money. And when Google makes more money, you make more money. So you're really working together with Google. There's no other way to say it. You're working together with Google, which I think is great. Google does an awesome job with this. And there's a million other programs like Google AdSense that you can use. I use Google AdSense because I think they do the best job getting me the most money, because they have a vested interest in getting me the most money. And Google AdSense is what pays me the most. I wrote about this too, and the other ways you can get some money online. I'm going to just see how much I can get that edited today. But dude, I should have all this stuff kind of all packaged together and all through for you very soon. Here's a little thing, AdSense Academy. There's some of this stuff you just got to play around and learn with, man. I don't know a lot of stuff. I haven't been working with AdSense for long, and there's so many things to learn. Postal address, the mailing address to which you receive your bank statements. Please be aware that you'll not be able to sign up for AdSense without a valid postal address. Would you like to use an existing? So, I don't want to tell you anything. Just follow Google's rules, man. They change things, and I don't want to tell you any of the wrong things. Uh, I have one Google AdSense account. I think you can have more, but I only use one. And they don't worry. You might even want to just wait and build a little bit of a website if you want. It says submit your AdSense application. That's weird. I wonder if that's just. Maybe you want to build a couple pages first. They read the program policies. There might be something about having like enough of a website to. Publishers not that violate any of our. Man, I'm gonna let you read this stuff. I'll talk to you more about it here in the future. But once you get at least enough pages, that's the only thing I'd be worried about. Webmaster Quality Guidelines is a good thing to check out. Maybe watch the video. I'd like to play it right now, and just somewhere that there's some weird little things you just got to be careful a little bit about to make sure you're not breaking rules. And for the most part, as long as you're not doing anything that's saying, hey, click my ads, or calling your friends and family, well, read this stuff. Don't. This video is getting to be another hour, Joey. I'm just going to send it to you, man. You're going to see more. But Google is a great resource. Search engine optimization. I mean, Google really. And you don't have to read this stuff. Go check out YouTube. There's a SEO, Search Engine Optimization Starter Guide. That's probably actually worth reading. I should read that at some point. I probably will. But check out Google Webmaster Tools. Google Webmaster Help. 605 videos. This guy right here, Matt Cutts, he's kind of like the face of Google. I actually saw him speak at a Ken McCarthy seminar. It was really cool. He came and I mean, he's really been the face of Google for a long time. What's the latest SEO misconception? Can I buy a domain that used to have spam? Well, multiple internal links with the same anchor text. This is, for the most part, all SEO stuff. Advertorials, what are some misconceptions in the SEO? That SEO is free traffic, search engine optimization. Does using stock photos on your page have a negative? There's tons of things, and obviously you can load more videos. But these are mostly like questions that people send on. Does Google still need, feel free, like, spend some time, especially if you got plenty of time at work. Here's a good one. Is WordPress or Blogger better for SEO? I'm going to watch this one after I stop this video and while it's uploading. Alright, cool, man. I'll send you some more soon. I got to get this over to you, though, or else I'm not going to do it, and I've spent an hour. So I hope you enjoy it and like it, and I'm going to see what I can get done on that the stuff that I wrote today for the book. I did a whole bunch more, man. I appreciate all the help with this and nothing else, just, the commitment and you wanting to learn. It puts some pressure on me to get this stuff out and over to you and try to limit it to less than an hour, even though I literally just made one an hour long right before this one for you that wasn't good enough. And all right, dude, I hope this works for you. Hoo hoo hoo. See ya, Joey.